Right, so in this video we are going to let quriobot start the conversation based on the advertising campaigns within Google AdWords. The use case is simply explained. If you have a Google AdWords campaign running, then you can of course direct people to your homepage where you can have a friendly quriobot talking to your newly acquired visitors. But if you can make that conversation starter way more relevant, namely by connecting it to that actual AdWords campaign, then your chance of a sale or a conversion is much, much higher. Now, the example that we're going to be building today is based on houses. So you can direct people to a website like this one, where people search for a place to live and where a bot can start saying, hello, I can help you find what you're looking for. But if you have an advertising campaign running for houses in Amsterdam, then it would of course be much better if that bot says, hi there, I can see you're looking for houses in Amsterdam, I can help you find one. Now, to get this going, you need to make sure to look at the article on our QB Academy on how to pass on a context to the URL, because this part here needs to be copy pasted into the advanced section of your bot. Now, how to do that? I've taken the start from scratch template, and the first one up is to make sure that that little piece of JavaScript is inserted into the bot. To do that, you go to the Advanced tab, you flip on the Advanced Initialization options, and you copy paste this section from the article in this field. To make sure that there are parameters in there that you can check back later and use everywhere else, you need to rename the my parameter section right here, and also that one right there. And I've done that in my case by naming it location being Amsterdam, of course. And you also find that one, the item that I've changed right here. And since we are looking to do this with two parameters, you need to copy this section right here and do that there again. And in this case, it's objects, which can be, of course, the houses that I mentioned earlier, but also offices or apartments or something like that. So here it's location and here it's object. Now with this, we've basically instructed the bot to look in the URL whether these parameters are available so that they can be used somewhere else, and somewhere else could be within the conversation as well. So to go into the second step of building this smarter bot, we need to make sure that when the conversation is started, the search for the parameters kicks in, as we've just set it in the advanced section. To do that, you need to make sure that you add the go-to step type. And since we're working with two parameters, I've built in two go-to steps. Now, when you add them, you will see that the bot message at first is empty. Please do leave it empty, but only put in this little piece of code right here. So the bot will start checking for the location parameter. This one can then be used to identify in the bot responses what the next step is. Here I've put in an advanced condition, but I will talk about this reason later. If you have a landing page that only concerns these houses in Amsterdam, you will not need this advanced condition, but as I said, I will come back to it. So we have these two parameters in the advanced section implemented, and here we need these two go-to steps, one that checks on the location parameter and the second one regarding the object. And since they are after one another, the bot will first check is there a location parameter available, then we'll check is there an object parameter available, and from there on out it will go to step 3. As I said in the beginning, you want to make sure that your bot uses the data from the URL within the conversation. And to get that going, we need one final step, which also takes place in the advanced section, being the creation of variables. And the reason you need to do this is to make sure to mark the outcome of the first step type. And by marking it, you can make sure that you can use it in a different location or place, and that location can be the conversation itself. So you click on add new variable, then a new card like this one appears. You select which step type it concerns, which step type should be looked at, and then you give it a name, the location here. The reason why you do this, and with that basically the circle is round, you can let the bot start the conversation by using that info from the parameter. And you have probably seen that before in other videos. You do that by using these two characters right here. So quickly summarized again. First step is to make sure that the little piece of code here from this article is inserted here, and that you've taken the default parameters and changed it to the ones that you want. That's step one. Step two is making sure that you have the go-to steps in here so that the bot initializes the conversation by checking whether these parameters are available in the URL. And the last step is making sure that from that those checks that have taken place in the beginning of the conversation, data can be used and the variables are created. Then the last part of the actual bot building is that you've seen that there are advanced conditions in here. The reason why I've built in this advanced condition is as follows. I can imagine that it is nice to have one bot running on your website, or let's say, for example, on your homepage, and that if somebody types in the URL directly and can be considered direct traffic, that there is a generic conversation starter, but that if somebody comes in from the Google Adwords campaign, which is focused on houses in Amsterdam, that the bot then makes the conversation as relevant as possible. So what I've done here in the first go-to step is I've applied the advanced condition by saying, or by creating an OR rule, saying that if in step one the API location, so the location parameter does not contain, you see that right here, does not contain Amsterdam, then the conversation starter becomes generic and it reads, "Hi there, I can help you find what you are looking for." And then it jumps to step 4, the yes/no step type, asking, "Would you like me to do that?" That means that if the parameter location does contain Amsterdam, that's the default, then it goes to step type 2, where it will check whether there is an object parameter available in the URL. And then the bot says, "I can see you're looking for whatever is found in the parameter object, in whatever is found in the parameter location. I can help you find one today. Ready to start?" And that is also a yes/no question in this case, or yes/no step type. So simply put, if the object parameter is houses and the location parameter is Amsterdam, then the bot will go through the first two go-to step types and will say, "I can see you're looking for houses in Amsterdam. I can help you find one today." Now, let's put this to the test. I'm clicking on preview, and within the preview, there is only one parameter available, being mode as preview. So there is no parameter regarding the top one being the location. And that means that the bot is starting with the generic kickoff, being, "Hi there, I can help you find what you are looking for. Would you like me to do that?" This is the first part of the video. We just had the message that there is no more time left. So hang on there. We've now built the bot. The second step is testing it and getting it running in Google AdWords.